What do you think that you would have did with your life if you never went to prison?
Whoa. What I would do with my life? I don't know, because I don't even know what I would have been if I didn't go to prison. I don't know who I am. Like, prison has been such a big part of my life that I don't know who or what I would be without what I went through. Like,
Mhm.
I just turned 50. 50 is the new 30. And out of 50 years on this planet, right, I feel like for the first 7 years, I don't consider you being alive in this earth because your parents or your adult supervision is trying to mold you, and they drive you here, they feed you, or whatever. You're not on your own. So the duck dad, I did like 23 and a half years out of the 7 years that don't count 30. So I only have like maybe 18, 19 years of experience as a human being, free in society. So I don't know what I would have been if I didn't go to jail, because this is all I've known. This is all I've known as of
But
myself.
you've thought about it before where you said that, like, if you could go back in time, would you have been a nerd instead, or, like, would you still do the same
If
thing?
uh if I could go back in time and know what I know, hell yeah, I'm gonna be a nerd. I'm gonna be a nerd and move to Silicon Valley and buy stock in Google before Google even get famous. The fuck? But nah, yeah, of course I want to be. I would want to take the right way, because going the other way is gonna hurt other people. And I've hurt enough people in my life. I'm tired of hurting motherfuckers. I don't want to hurt nobody no more. I just want to try to
But
do the right
they
thing.
say the butterfly effect, man. You change one thing, it changes everything, right? So
Yeah,
then, like, your kids,
exactly.
everything that you know wouldn't be the same, though. You wouldn't be the same Richie.
No, no, no. Yeah, I'll probably go to work in a suit and tie and know how to tie a tie and wear dress shoes or whatever. I don't know,
I know
maybe.
you might be one of those like
Or
pompous Asian
astronaut.
assholes driving the
Oh, oh,
Mercedes and stuff.
oh, no, 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 no. No. I don't need to be a good person to act like that. I acted like that before when I was a bad person. It just might be in my DNA. But no, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut at one point. I wanted to either be an astronaut or, yeah, I think that's it. Is either astronaut or gangster, I guess.
In the Asian culture, and I think a lot of like minority cultures in general, honor and making your parents proud almost to a toxic level, like pleasing your parents is like
Yes.
a big thing, right? Like getting their approval. I
Yeah.
know in the Asian culture, they want their kids to become like doctors and everything, right? Because
Yeah.
most of them are fleeing like third world countries, coming from very terrible situations. You learned so much more about your parents once you went to prison. Like you learned
Yeah.
how they met, you learned how
Mhm.
they got to this country, just like
Yeah.
you even learned that they had been to prison at one time in their lives too.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I think it's in our blood, it's in our DNA. Hopefully not. I gotta keep an eye on my son, make sure because if you go by me and grandpa, so it don't look too bright for you, kiddo.
Right. But what was that experience like for you getting to know your parents on that intimate level in a
Oh, it was
way that you
great.
didn't know before?
It was great. I grew a newfound respect for them through their trials and tribulations, and I learned so much. Like, so, with the exception of somebody losing their life or people getting hurt, if I could erase the people that got hurt or whatever, going to prison helped. I didn't get arrested. I got rescued because I got to know my family. And uh, I eventually, while I was incarcerated, met the person that eventually gave birth to my kids. So I guess prison is a very big part of my life.
Mhm. But like, for prison, like, do you feel that it caused you to see more about the sacrifice that your parents made because like, they were working 6 or 7 days a week and like you realize kind of like you could have probably did more to just stay like on the right path. Like all they wanted for you was like a brighter future.
Yeah, yeah. I just didn't, I couldn't see it at that time. And yeah, I realized it during my incarceration, the sacrifice that they made for us. Like I was so caught up in thinking, damn, I ain't got no new Nike sneakers. But meanwhile, they didn't even have socks. So I didn't put it into perspective like that. I was so caught up in me. Fuck this. I'm out of here. I don't have no new sneakers. I don't have no new clothes. Meanwhile, uh, they more frugal towards themselves than towards us. Like when we was kids, my mom used to make this dish with like chicken wings and stuff like that. And my dad used to always take the wingtips, the part that people throw away, and he used to eat that, and he used to be like, "Oh, this is my favorite part. You guys eat the rest. This is my favorite part." And I'm thinking, man, I shouldn't even got no meat on it. How's that your favorite part? That's the part where they throw away. You got weird taste. But growing up, after I've grown up and talking to him on visit, he wanted to make sure me and my brother and my mom had like the pieces of chicken that had meat on it. So he took the ones that didn't, because it would look weird if we're the only ones eating. He's not eating. So he used to always choose I don't want to say scraps, but the pieces that nobody else liked,
The less
So
desirable.
the less desirable pieces. So that to me is like, man, that's a very honorable sacrifice without even telling people, hey, this is the type of sacrifices I'm making, you know?
Right.
Even before I realized that, I really thought when I was on the streets and I ran away from home already, and I went to a restaurant and I asked to order some chicken wingtips just to see what the hype is about. And what the fuck? What the hell is this shit? I ain't eating that. It's fucking scrap. So I know what it's I know what it's like. So it's sacrificing.
But I'm sure with you becoming a father, it also made you realize too more of like what it feels like to do sacrifice for your kids, right? To um give them the better part of things and you to take the less because like of what you're able to do by your means.
Well, I was fortunate in the fact that when I did have them, I was already like financially stable, secured. So I didn't have to make those type of sacrifices my parents had to make. So yes, I have children as well, like they did, but I can never know I can never know the type of sacrifice they made because they came to this country and they didn't even speak this language. They didn't even speak
Or know
English
the culture.
or know the culture. Like I'm not even. I don't know. It's just, and they didn't come young. They came at an older age, and they just was thrown here and had to survive. So uh, I don't think I could ever know the how tough it was for them. Because it's tough to not be understood and everything. It's tough.
Right. You could argue that they started with a disadvantage to a certain extent, right? Like,
Yes.
but they were able to still become successful and provide for their family. But you look at your situation with, it's hard to become employed when you have a record or when, change people's preconceived notions about you just based off of people judging you because you did time or whatever. That has its disadvantages as well. So like with you experiencing, being in the work field now, because prior to that, you weren't in the work field really, right? Like before the first release, you didn't have a job, like a regular job and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that that would give you more of a level of understanding and empathy too of like how difficult this really is to provide for your family.
As an immigrant, as anybody,
Yeah.
it's hard to
Yeah.
provide for. It's tough to provide whether you're an immigrant or not. So, but to be an
Just to be
immigrant is double as
responsible for
hard.
somebody else.
Yes, just
Right.
yes, yes, and you got people that prey on that. Like, oh, you don't know English. You don't. You're probably not even gonna pay taxes. What I would usually pay this person, I could pay you half, and you'll still be happy to take this job. So I mean, you got to eat a lot of shit when you don't understand the language. You got to make sacrifices, especially if you came here with your whole entire family. If my parents immigrated here just by themselves, it might have been easier. But they had to take care of me and my brother. So they're my
Right.
heroes. If I ever had to choose a hero, they would be my heroes. No.
Most definitely, man.
Mhm.
What about your brother? Did he go the opposite way of you because of
Total
seeing?
opposite. Total opposite. Night and day. Like he he's huge, like for Asian dude, like he's like 6 foot, 275, black belt, jacked as you know. But gentle giant, very kind, not aggressive. But I mean, he'll throw down if it needs to. But at one point, he used to compete in karate and stuff like that. And once you get to certain levels of black belt, they no longer keep you with the weight class; they keep you with the skill level class. And he competed, and the dude that he hit went out cold, and he got so scared that he might have died or whatever that he stopped competing after that. So that's just an example of how gentle his soul can be. You know,
Right.
I think if it was me at that age, I'd been like, oh shit, I'm the shit. I'm going to MMA next. Oh my god, I wanna fight Mike Tyson after this. You know, but he took it and he said, you know what, I'm done with this. I don't want to hurt nobody by accident.